This TikTok Halley Kate and Sophia LaCourte situation continues, you guys, as Sophia LaCourte has been posting tons of things that people believe are rage bait. She's acting like she doesn't give an F about the drama. She even fake cried at one point and then was like, you guys thought that I was upset? Nope, try again. Like, she is trying to act so unbothered in this whole situation, and everything that she posts seems to be somewhat shade to Halley Kates. So we're gonna get into everything that she's been doing, what people have been saying. So let's get into it all. To catch you up to speed, if you didn't watch my last video on this whole drama, the situation involves two New York City influencers, Halley Kate and Sophia LaCourte. Last year, Halley was public with her first serious relationship and shared lots of content online with her boyfriend, Reed. The two of them broke up last November though, and Halley was very heartbroken and open with her followers about what happened between the two of them. That same month they broke up, in November, Reed was spotted on a date with influencer Sophia LaCourte. Since people knew Reed from Halley's videos and Sophia is an influencer herself, someone recognized and shared the info online. Someone shared on Reddit, Halley's ex-boyfriend cuddled up with Sophia LaCourte. The two were at Ludlow Hotel, cuddled up on a couch enjoying cocktails last night. I don't have a picture, but it was them. Yes, Sophia and Halley were at the same influencer dinner on Thursday, and that is why I was shocked to see these two together on what appeared to be a date. When I saw them, I wanted to believe that it wasn't her because I knew she ran in the same circle as Halley, and that is just messy and cold, so I checked to see if she followed him on Insta last night and she didn't. I checked again this morning and she's now following him on Instagram. Halley's comments were flooded with people talking about it, and she came online to call out the fact that Reed went on a date with somebody that she knew, calling him a homie hopper. The drama comes in because Halley considered Sophia a friend, and so people went to Sophia's page to call her out and say that she isn't a girl's girl and that it's really messed up that she went on a date with one of her friend's exes. Now, the thing is, Sophia did not consider Halley a friend, and that's where this whole thing gets wild. In December, Halley and her friend Jazz did a podcast about the situation where they said that they hung out with Sophia at an influencer event and after the event, the day before she went on the date with Reed. And Halley accused Sophia of literally sneakily messaging her ex-boyfriend right in front of her while they were hanging out that night to ask him on a date for the following night. In January, Sophia started a podcast with Brad Mondo, and in the first episode, she talked about the situation, saying she was not friends with Halley and claimed to not even know her, and claimed Halley was lying so much and called out Halley for not being a girl's girl for the simple fact that she was bringing this all online. Now, things kind of passed, okay? They blow over and the drama died down. And to Halley's followers' surprise, in April of this year, her and Reed ended up getting back together. Everything was honestly really chill. There was that shock value of them getting back together, but after that, everything just, everything was normal. That is until recently, because last month, Halley and her best friend Jazz did a podcast with their significant others. So Halley sat down with Reed and Jazz had her fiance on. And the comment section were not loving Reed. They felt like he wasn't being very talkative, he just didn't seem that interested, and they got a lot of negative comments on the episode, and so they deleted it. Since so many people were talking about it and telling Halley to break it off with Reed, Sophia decided to chime in at the perfect time and post a video, story time, about the amazing date that she went on with Reed back in November. She talked about how talkative he was and how he kissed her, and thus the drama began again because people felt like she was timing this very purposefully, and also felt like it was crazy to be talking about how he kissed her and how the date was when he was in a happy relationship. Sophia had been standing her ground though, not backing down to all the backlash that she had been getting on her videos, and has only continued to double down on the fact that her and Halley were not friends and Reed was a single man and it was all fair game.
Oh my goodness, some of you guys are acting like I drop kicked someone's puppy. I went on a date with a guy that was single. I guess the paparazzi cared and was commenting on his ex-girlfriend's stuff. Commenting on her post saying that me, Sophia LaCourte, was with her ex-boyfriend. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you owned him. He wasn't wearing a collar. Everyone in the situation was single and there was no overlap with anyone ever.
Some felt like she was trying to rage bait or something with the way that she kept posting videos about it, knowing people were very upset and that they were telling her she wasn't being very nice by talking about a man in a relationship. And in these videos, she was even saying Halley's name wrong. Like, we all know she knows how to say the name, but it was feeding into the rage bait claims of it all. She even posted one pretending to cry, which people were telling her like this was insane.
I never thought that I would be one of the girls that sets up her camera and cries on the internet. But I genuinely feel like so many people are just coming on here and bullying me for fun. Like, I'm scared. Like, thank God I'm okay. Okay. If you guys actually think that I would come on here and cry, you have the wrong bitch. I have to like get out of character now because you guys make me do too much.
Other influencers chimed in on the situation. Ken Urich and Brianna Chicken Fry both spoke out on the situation.
I never feel the need to speak on drama, but I actually hate that little ginger bitch. I hate her. I hate her. I watched that video of her and the whole time I was just like seething with anger, the way she spoke about somebody's boyfriend and like hyped him.
Okay, this video, the newest video, solidified it for me. Solidified it for me. This is just a human being that has never faced adversity, has never been told no. Okay, this is just someone who has always gotten their way and they cannot see for the life of them their reflection in the mirror. This is the type of person that you cannot change their mind. We could get on here, we could clock her all we want. Okay, we can explain and we can explain and we can explain. She will never understand. She will never understand why people are mad at her, and she will never understand why people are put off by her reaction, her response, her storytelling.
Sophia saw what Brianna had been posting because she talked about the drama several times, and Sophia wanted to respond.
So, Brianna Chicken Fry had a lot to say about me.
No, it's actually the craziest shit on the internet. This redhead girl is delusional, diabolical, like the weirdest person I've ever witnessed.
Thank you. Brianna, you have like 10 times the amount of followers as me, and you're dating Luke Bryan. Like, shouldn't you be at a concert or something?
Girl might not even be like as mean as we think she is. She just genuinely will never understand where anyone else is coming from.
No, I do understand actually. You're mad about how and when I said my side of the story. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was running for Congress. For the record, someone's ex took me on a date and then she got mad, so she brought it online, weaponized her millions of followers, lied about us being friends so everyone would hate me, and then she got back with him. And now I'm the bad guy for saying my side of this story. Sue me. If defending myself after getting publicly shamed makes me the villain, then I'll be the best villain the world's ever seen.
Brianna is also dating Zach Bryan, not Luke Bryan, which some felt could have been a mistake or could have just been another form of rage bait. But Halley and Jazz spoke about the situation on their podcast last week because it really has just gone so viral. But Halley owned up to the fact that the drama was very public last year and admitted that she shouldn't have posted some of what she did. Now, Sophia ended up reacting to a bit of their podcast and wanted to bring some receipts to show a timeline of when this date was planned, when she saw Halley last November, and when the date actually was, saying that it wasn't true that she went and DM'd Reed while she was with Halley and that the date was already set.
Oh no, I have to defend myself again because everyone likes to pick on the ginger.
Names were never named.
Names were never named? You might as well have posted my social security number.
You are going to homie hop not even 3 weeks later.
Oh my goodness, a crossover episode.
Standing next to me while going through my Instagram following, searching my ex-boyfriend's name to DM him and ask him on a date.
That's so silly because I don't remember DMing him while I was next to you. So Monday, this man texts me and says, "Hey, do you have plans Friday night?" Thursday, I happened to see you at an event. And then Friday, I went on a date with a man that was single. I actually thought you were a girl's girl.
I'm a girl's girl through and through, and I don't like when people use the word girl's girl because I think a lot of
Huh. I kind of feel like if you were a girl's girl, you wouldn't weaponize your millions of followers and lie about another girl over a man to get me hate.
This then prompted Halley to make a TikTok about the situation, which up until now, she hadn't talked about the situation on TikTok since last November. She talked about how she did know Sophia and that they have hung out more than Sophia is letting on, and called out Sophia for the fact that she was hanging out with her knowing the next night she was going to go on a date with Reed.
Sophia and I have hung out in both influencer and non-influencer settings. We even went on a 3-day-long brand trip to Houston together where we went out to the bar every single night. On said 3-day-long brand trip, I was in the background of one of her videos and somebody commented it, and she comments, "Tell them to get me on the podcast." But she pretends that she cannot even pronounce my name. We know each other. Whether you want to call us friends or not, doesn't matter. I have never thought or claimed her to be a super close friend that owes me a lot of loyalty. Here's the actual story of what happened. I had been very vulnerable online, sobbing, crying, sharing that I had been broken up with. Sophia saw that video, went to my Instagram, scrolled through, found Reed's Instagram, messaged him hi, he says hi, and she says, "When is our first date?" They exchanged numbers and they coordinated a date. They have 0 mutual friends. The only reason that she even knows this man exists in the world is because of me. She actually commented on my hard launch video of Reed, "Men with cauliflower ear love." They had a date set up for Friday night. Thursday night, the day before, I went to an event, and immediately when I walked in, Sophia came up to me. She told me how much she loved me, how much she missed me, how she had the best time with me in Houston, and we should book a flight back there together. Was just being really sweet. And I thought at the time that she was being very sweet to me because she knew I was going through a really hard time. I had only been broken up with for 2 weeks at this point. That is over. Sophia comes up to me and my friend and is like, "I want to drink with you guys. Let's go to the bar together." We call an Uber, and we had bags from the event. We stopped at my apartment, dropped them off, and then we headed to the bar. We went out for the whole night together. We were doing shots, and honestly, I had a really great time. The whole time she was doing this, she knew that in 24 hours, she was going on a date with my ex-boyfriend, who I was absolutely heartbroken over. I do just want to clarify, I had said in the original video that she had been with me at the bar and then messaged him that night, and I was genuinely trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I thought that's what happened. I later found out that this was all pre-planned in advance, and I actually find that weirder and more hurtful that you knew you were going on a date. You chose to keep continuing to hang out with me.
She did take accountability for how she originally handled things online and ended up saying that she wants the drama to end and the hate to stop, that everyone should truly be moving on from this entire situation that was nearly 1 year ago, and nobody should be making this a picking teams thing.
Here's where I take full accountability, and you can hate on me all you want for this. In a moment of pure heartbroken reaction, this was my first boyfriend, first love breakup. If you know, you know. It was a huge slap in my face, knife in my back, that a girl that I had been vulnerable with 24 hours prior would do something so calculated and intentional and behave that way towards me. I have a problem with having a parasocial relationship with my followers, thinking I always owe them an explanation and they need to know what's going on in my life 24/7. I have an oversharing problem. I made a video explaining the situation. While everything I said was valid, at the end of the day, it didn't need to be online. I wish I didn't bring it online. Within 24 hours of the video being posted, I did take it down because I did not realize how many people would care. Obviously, there were screen recordings. People were already talking about it. Of course, she is allowed to share her side of the story, but she already has. She created a whole podcast to talk about it back in like January or February. If you cannot see that this was dug back up, we are coming up on a year ago that this happened. If you cannot see that right now, this was dug back up just in an attempt to get views and engagement, which I guess worked. I don't know what to tell you. People were shitting on my relationship, and she dogpiled on with a manipulated story. At the end of the day, it was never about the date. It was about everything and all of the context that surrounds it. Why is the man not being held accountable? He always has been. I handled that offline, and I do not need to get into the nitty gritty of why I chose to forgive him. If you want to hate on me for getting back together with a man who wronged me, go for it. I've heard it so many times, and I take it on the chin every single time. At the end of the day, I know the truth. This is the truth, and I don't care what is made up or said back. This needs to be done, and I am never talking about this again. At the end of the day, no one deserves hate on the internet. These are real people's lives. Please do not send hate to her because of this video. Stop picking teams. If you think you're supporting me by sending people hate, you're not. We all need to move on from this.
I will say this, since Halley did mention Sophia talking about this for views. I mean, she has been taking full advantage of her views being up in all of this drama, as some people have noticed that she was changing her pinned TikToks. You can pin 3 TikToks on your profile, and she's been changing them out very often, it seems, to drive up views on old videos. Since obviously people are going to her page a lot right now because of this drama, and these are the first 3 videos that they're going to see, so she keeps changing them out once they hit like 1 million views.
Somebody pointed out that she is changing her pinned videos really often. So, like the FBI in me and my marketing degree, I have been obsessed with like trying to figure this out. And she does. She changes these really often. But I noticed she changes them when they hit around 1 million views. So what I think she's doing is she's pinning these videos who have like smaller views until they hit 1 million, because people are always checking her page and watching her stuff. And then she'll pin new ones. That way you scroll her page, you consistently see videos that have 1 million views. I might be wrong, but that's what my little marketing degree is telling me, and that is the only thing my brain can think of that also makes sense.
In response, it seems Sophia is acting nonchalant about it all, posting a TikTok walking around New York City with the caption calling out Ken Urich, who I said previously commented on all of this, and Sophia's caption said, "At Ken Urich, your ex is next." Someone responded to her saying, "Sorry, caption is so mean," and she said, "Just matching their energy. They started it, I'll finish it." So that's where we are in this whole mess of a situation. It's truly just so crazy that this all has come from a breakup and a date, but oh my gosh, it is insane. I think definitely, you know, to avoid this whole situation, I think Sophia LaCourte just shouldn't have even bothered to associate with Halley that night before she went on the date with Reed, because it is just wild that she was hanging out with Halley and then she went on the date with her ex the next night. Though Sophia is claiming that, you know, they didn't actually hang out and it was an influencer event, but Halley definitely felt like Sophia was being nice to her and that they did hang out that night. Maybe it wasn't one-on-one, but they hung out enough for her to feel, you know, betrayed in a way. But the opinions on this whole situation are all over the place right now from the internet. So I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this that has come out. Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video.